Michael Hemps joins us now to tell us all about some of the tours, and Death at Dalnavert is one that they're featuring right now for the Halloween season. What can people expect, Michael?
Right, so we're running Death at Dalnavert from Thursdays to Sundays all throughout October. We have 2 slots available each of those days at 1:30 and 2:30. However, starting this Saturday, we're adding an additional slot at 12:30. However, there is limited availability, so we do recommend that people book ahead before joining us for the tour. So the tour talks a little bit about death and mourning in Victorian culture. So we focus here a little bit on Canada, but we branch out a little bit on the broader Anglo culture in the United States and England, because it was all interconnected at the time. So grieving was a elaborate process in the 19th century. So not only did people attend funerals or have seances or all sorts of communications with spirits and the dead, they also dressed in such a way that indicated their stage in the grieving process. So primarily for women, there were 3 stages of elaborate dress for mourning. So there was the first stage of mourning, which lasted for a year and a day, the second stage, which lasted for 9 months, and then the third stage, which would last from 3 to 6 months. So they would be elaborate dresses and detailed jewelry of jet black amulets and rings and things like that, but only primarily in the later stages of mourning. For men, mourning was a little bit simpler. It would be from 3 to 6 months, and they would often just wear a black armband or a black band around their hat.
Wow. Okay. So, and it's all 3 stages they're wearing black.
They're wearing all black. So in the first stage, it would be primarily black with limited jewelry. The second stage, they would start to indicate or incorporate a bit more jewelry and a bit more accessories. And by the third stage, it would just start to be more some form of black on their person.
This sounds really like a silly, I don't have time to ask a question, but this sounds like a silly thing to say. But imagine multiple people are passing away. It just feels like over time you'd be constantly wearing black. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to ask him off camera. Sorry, we're out of time. Death at Dalnavert, or take those few spots left.